So there are people who throughout their lives they believe they're victims and nothing that happens to them is as a result of their own doing. So everybody else is to be blamed. Everybody else has to take responsibility for what happens to them except themselves. There are different levels of victimhood, and sometimes we need to learn to take responsibility and accept that not entirely, but there are times what happens to us is as a result of our own doing. Sometimes we never learned what we ought to have learned. Sometimes we never did as much research as we ought to. Sometimes we never took our time to understand whether or not we were in the right place to make decisions at that particular level. Sometimes we ignored what we ought not to have ignored. So it's important that we take responsibility. Understand that there are certain things that happen to us because we were blindsided. Certain things that happen to us because people took advantage of your kindness, people took advantage of your politeness, people took advantage of your being generous. But there are levels where you need to learn to be able to understand it's up to you. There are levels where you need to be able to discern, understand different people, understand which angle someone is coming at, understand why somebody would approach you at a particular time with specific things, with specific promises, why somebody would come specifically to you, why somebody would take advantage, why somebody would give you promises, why somebody would promise to give you this at this time more than everybody else is. So there are times we need to take responsibility, we need to do our due diligence, we need to understand that not everybody that comes to you wants to take advantage of you, and in the same breath, not everybody that comes to you wills everything for you. Understand that as human beings, we do everything that is in our best interest. Nobody does something that is not in their best interest. Even in helping our children, we don't do it because we love them unconditionally. Most of the time, parents, we do things because of how it makes us feel, how it makes us appear, how it makes us seem before everybody else. So most of what we do has a level, it has a nuanced perspective, it has a certain aspect of interest to our best, to our level, not just for them. So understand that whoever comes to you at a particular time with whatever promises there may be, it's not always because they want to, it's not always because they are doing all that to make you happy, to make you feel good. Even when you help somebody else, you don't help somebody because you sympathize with them, you don't help them because you understand what they are going through. Most of the time we help them because in helping somebody who is in a problem, it makes us feel good about ourselves, and therefore we believe that we are supposed to be redeemed. We believe that at that particular level, when we help somebody, that good can wipe away some of the bad that we have done. Because we have done this good, whatever bad I may have done can cancel it out. So we do good not entirely out of the goodness of our hearts, but because of our love, because of the interest that is in us, because of whatever benefit we get from that particular kindness, from that particular gesture. So understand that we need to be able to take responsibility, not blame everybody else except yourself, not do research and expect that everybody else will do it for you, not understand people's behavior and assume that it will always be on them to look out for you and not you to look out for yourself. So learn to take responsibility, not always blaming everybody else except yourself, not always hoping everybody looks out for you and except you, not always expecting that people should do good to you and you have no obligation to do it to somebody else as well. So understand what your place is, understand what your responsibility is, understand where you stand and what you need to do at a particular time in regards to you, what benefits you, not everybody else. It's up to you to do what benefits you and not everybody else.